Alrighty, so I'm going to make a quick little video explaining some fortress stuff that I've figured out. I believe I'm the only one to really look into this, which is how to find a blaze spawner better. It's nothing to do with the inside, but if you go, let's say you find a fortress and you go into I don't know, let's say there wasn't a blaze spawner right here, it was like further away, you would be able to find where a blaze spawner was based on this part, because this is the starting of the fortress. U/locate fortress, it's 11 blocks away, which is in the chunk that this part is in, and there will always be 2 blaze spawners within, well, not always, but usually there will be 2 blaze spawners within like a few intersections of this part. In this case, there's one right here, and then this one I'm actually not completely sure. Where was it? I forget. Right here. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 intersections away. I'm pretty sure about this every time because it's one starting intersection, and then each of these parts that generate differently would be considered an intersection. Then it just goes on longer for certain times. I haven't looked at the coding or anything since I don't know much about that, but I've seen time and time again where it's like you see this, and then if you don't get a blaze spawner right next to it, you go in a few intersections and it's right there. So I'll show a few more, and then I'll show one other thing to think about when doing it, when looking for a blaze spawner. Right here, they're both right here, so that's really easy. Try and find somewhere it's not right next to it. It's kind of hard because they tend to be close. This one, it's right next to it. You can tell that it's this one because, first of all, usually there's not a lot of scenarios where it's like 3 directions where it goes. Like here, it goes to the area where the rest of the lava room, this is a blaze spawner and this is a path, and then this is just a dead end. That's almost always gonna be the starter, and if you want to check, you break a block at the bottom, and if it goes on, that means it's not, and if it doesn't, you're either correct or there's something blocking it and you're unlucky, but usually it is. Then right here, there's another blaze spawner. And where's this one? Go here. Okay, here's a good example. So let's say you're here. I would want to go this way because there's closer stuff, so if there's a blaze spawner, I'd want to see it. And then there's not going to be one, it's just a long hallway. There's the start, that's a long hallway. So I'd want to probably check up here. I can hear a blaze spawner, it's right here. And if it wasn't, I would turn around immediately, even if there was a path, because it's really far away and there's 2 of them. So it's likely that there would be one somewhere else. And then if I go around, I'll go this way probably. And I'll go up here because this could be a pretty, okay. So the other one's down this hallway. I can say 100% certainty. Yep, right there. And that's how you find, that's, from what I know, the best way to find blaze spawners without them being like really easy, like out there. And just show one more. You can find, there's a blaze spawner. This would be the start, I assume, or up here. Okay, it's the other one. this one. Yeah, it's this intersection. So there was one blaze spawner here, here, over here. So the other one's also probably over here. Yep, right here. And it works pretty much the same way that strongholds do, I believe, with generating the different areas, because if you go from here, it's the spawners are like libraries, except there's a lot less intersections compared to like rooms in a stronghold. Actually, that's probably like the portal room equivalent, where there's just like one of them. But basically, it works the same way as that with generating, where the further away it gets, the less likely they are to generate. But now I'm going to show a quick little thing about what can happen sometimes for some reason in fortresses, which you might run into occasionally. So right here, sometimes you might go into an area and be like, wow, I sure do hope there's a blaze spawner here, but there won't be. And you want to know why? Because there's no starter to this. This is just random paths. There's no blaze spawner anywhere. You can check all around. There's strays, but that's just because it's soul sand and lava. And that's because it spawned in this part. I don't know why this happens exactly, but occasionally, oh, it might be this. I actually just realized this. I haven't seen it too much, but it might be when there's a path like this that leads into another path like this. It opens up to this area and then it just starts generating stuff. I could be wrong. And I think there might actually be a way to tell based on these, because they don't like go off, but I could be wrong. No, I'm wrong. Never mind. Or actually, no, that's a starter. Yeah, in this case, because of that, it generates these like immediately. So there's two blaze spawners like right next to each other. Let me check. Wait, this is gonna be the same stuff as before, since I'm just on a different instance of the same world, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, you can see on the other one, it was generating at the end. It just like cut off all the time, but at these, it like okay, not always apparently, but sometimes it'll like go off, and if it doesn't, I don't know, I could be wrong. I haven't looked into it too much, but just know that sometimes if you see a bunch of path and you don't see any short cutoff or blaze spawners, try and like get out as quick as you can, because that, or like get to the base of it, because it probably meets up with one of the bad parts, in which case you gotta route it like normal. So yeah, that's about gonna do it. That was some stuff that I found about blaze spawners just while messing around. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something.